Hey guys, welcome back to another Elden Ring video. We are back again, ranking the 5 best strength weapons I think in Elden Ring right now. Of course, this is really open to interpretation, it's open to your builds. However, these 5 weapons I think are well worth using if you are focusing predominantly in strength. And there are lots of really amazing weapons now after the Colossal Swords update, the Colossal Weapons update. A lot of the weapons are much more viable, and strength is a really fantastic way to play right now. So enjoy. If you have any other weapons that don't make it onto this list, please let me know and I'll check them out in the future. Our first weapon on the list at number 5 is a halberd, and this is the heavy Knightrider Glaive, which I don't see many people talking about for strength. The reason I've got this on the list here is you can see this is an S scaling for strength when you kit it out to be a heavy weapon using the wet blade. This thing has a 723 AR when you are two-handing it with 65 strength at the moment, and it really hits super hard. This is also a really customizable weapon because it is a standard weapon. You can put whatever Ash of War you like on it to kit it out with whatever works for you. It's got a great moveset with a lot of crosses. You got that vertical slash, you got the jumping side slash, and you can see it in action right here. So as previously mentioned, the Colossal Swords were buffed in the last update, and here we have Maliketh's Black Blade. This is a B scaling in strength, 34 required, as well as 12 dex and 20 faith, and you can really get a lot out of this weapon using it with a cross build. You can see here that it hits really hard. This has got a 949 AR, and I'm getting quite good scaling with both strength and faith here. However, this thing is a monster with its moveset. These weapons now are so much quicker. The jumping attack is absolutely huge damage. It's got fantastic moves, and you can really get a lot out of this because of the Ash of War also. The Ash of War is that huge cut, and it slams down into the ground, causing that extra move as well. And this also saps away life. You can see there on the health bar. It's causing that extra damage as well. It's got good poise if you do get cut through it. So this is a lot of fun to use, and you can see it in action right here. Our next weapon on the list is this one right here, the Ruins Greatsword. This may be one of my favorite weapons in the game because it's just so cool to look at and a lot of fun to use. This requires 50 strength and also 16 intelligence, and you do get that A scaling out of strength. This also is another Colossal Sword, so you do get that amazing moveset that has been buffed up. That jumping attack is huge. You get that really quick recovery now, but the thing that makes this absolutely incredible is its Ash of War. You can see just the crazy amount of damage this is doing as well, and you do get that range. So having that range as well is incredible for a greatsword. The other thing that is fantastic as well is you do get extra damage in your heavy attack too. You can see here if I hold this down, and you also get that boom that comes out. So this is a fantastic weapon, and you can see it in action right here. Our next weapon on the list is this enormous colossal hammer. This is, of course, the heavy giant crusher. This has also got an S scaling in strength when you use that wet blade, and it is a monster here requiring 60 strength. You can see here it's got a 787 AR before any buffs, and this thing again has that amazing colossal moveset, the slams, the great follow-up attacks here, and you can really get a lot out of this if you use an Ash of War that does a lot of damage, and I've been using Lion's Claw on this thing. This has an amazing move. Get that massive slam down, put out a lot of damage. Again, buffable with all of those incantations to make this even heavier hitting, and it's absolutely incredible to use. You can see it in action right here. And at number 1, in our last spot, is the Greatsword. This thing is just so much fun to use. Again, this was buffed with the latest 1.04 update. The Colossal Swords do so much more damage now in two-hand, and you also get that move recovery where you can just roll out of instances. Again, this is a standard weapon, so you can put whatever Ash of War. I've got Bloodhound Step on this again to get that much more zippy movement, but this thing is so much fun to use. It does so much damage, and you can see it in action right here. And as a quick honorable mention, I'd also like to talk about the Starscourge Greatsword. This sword does not get a lot of hype, but it is so much fun, and it just simply looks so cool because of its Ash of War. This thing is incredible to use, and it does actually put out a lot of damage. And the other fantastic thing about this is, even though you've only got one sword, if you two-hand this thing, you get them both, and that can really help keep building up that damage. It is fantastic to use as well. So there you have it, guys. There are so many great strength weapons to use. What are you using? What are your builds focusing around? What other weapons should I check out? What are some of the best weapons to check out for strength in the game? Please let me know. And again, if you found this video interesting, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it.